What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be covering my gaming peripherals, and what they are the Razer Huntsman Mini and the Razer Viper 8K. Welcome to Direct Discovery, and I am Nicholas Clayton Lee. Before I continue, I'd like to remind you to please subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoyed this video, then please like this video. Anyway, let's get into it. So before I even got a gaming computer or even considered getting a gaming computer, I was completely out of the gaming circle. So I had to do completely new research about products, peripherals, Discord, stream, like Twitch and everything. So I have to start doing all of those all over again, and it was a huge headache. But I had to find a gaming mouse and a gaming keyboard. Those were the main things, and I ended up staying with Razer because I have heard of them, and obviously Logitech and other ones. But I have an OCD, so I always wanted like my keyboard and the mouse kind of the same brand. Yeah, it's just my thing. But I always found it kind of weird. It's just like having different color like mouse and keyboard. Imagine your keyboard's like red and your mouse is like yellow or something. I don't know, it just doesn't match to me. Anyway, I ended up getting these two, and I gotta say, I love them both. This Razer Huntsman Mini is a wired 60% optical gaming keyboard. It uses the Razer's linear optical switches with double shot PBT keycaps. That means there is no printing on the keycaps at all. This also comes in clicky optical switches, which are cheaper but a lot louder. It also comes with a detachable Type-C cable, allowing you to use your own custom cables. The keyboard weighs less than 1 pound and stands at 1.5 inches high, but has two different height adjustments. The degrees of adjustments are 3, 6, and 9 degrees. Lastly, the RGB lighting on this keyboard are pretty nice, and it is compatible with the Razer Chroma RGB software program. This Razer Viper 8K is an ambidextrous mouse with 8 configurable buttons, suitable for both right and left-handed users. It has a true 8000 Hz polling rate for the fastest speed and lowest latency. This means it sends 8 times more data in a second than a standard mouse. It also has 20K DPI optical, giving this mouse a very high pointing speed. The mouse also uses Razer's SpeedFlex cable and is also USB 2 compatible. The light on the Razer logo on the mouse can be changed using the Razer Chroma RGB software program. Lastly, there are stickers that come with both the Huntsman Mini and the Viper 8K. So this being my first mechanical gaming keyboard and this being my first gaming mouse, I obviously did a lot of research. One of the reasons why I switched to keyboard and mouse is because I've heard that controllers, like the really nice and professional ones, they actually have a lot of issues, maybe even after a month. So I don't want to spend like a few $100s American just to get a controller and it breaking down after a few months. So I decided keyboard and mouse would last longer, so why not just spend a bit more money and get nicer ones. I did try out a lot of them. I was actually standing in Best Buy and Canada Computers for like an hour just testing their stuff out. But I also did get the Ani Pro 2 to test out that keyboard. It is really nice. The RGB is actually even nicer than the ones Razer have, if you're really into that stuff, and the price of it is actually really good. But the thing I didn't really like about that is because the keyboard's really heavy, and I actually kind of like moving my keyboards around. And another thing is the buttons are really easy to press, and I'm so clumsy that I will probably like press the other ones accidentally and it could ruin my game. And another thing is for the mouse, I really like this Viper because it's very light. I did try the very popular Logitech G502. It is very comfortable when you put your hand on it, but the thing is it's too heavy. I grew up playing CS with a very normal mouse, like very, very basic ones. The first ones that didn't have a ball underneath. I don't even know if young kids nowadays knew how trouble having that ball underneath the mouse is. But yeah, so I grew up with a very light mouse, playing with a very light mouse, and this fits my hand perfectly. So that's one of the reasons why I got this. And another thing, do not get the Razer Viper. don't get that. This is the 8K. Came out like just recently, and that one came out a few years ago, and this one's just the exact same thing, a more updated one and a faster one too. So pay the extra like $10 just to get this. If you get it on the Razer website, it's actually the same price. So yeah, do not get the regular one, get the 8K one. Anyway, this Huntsman Mini cost around $175 Canadian. That's around $140 US. And this Razer Viper 8K cost $100 Canadian. That's around $80 US. Are these worth it? Of course, definitely. I can already see them lasting for a long time, and just using them, I love it. They're actually really fast. They respond really fast, and yeah, highly recommend these. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And if you'd like to follow me on my journey to discover more random products, places, and restaurants, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time.